The retail bankruptcies continue to mount. Lord & Taylor, Men's Warehouse, the latest big names added to the list this week. The mounting bankruptcies could spell trouble for the commercial real estate market as more and more retailers break their leases. For more, let's bring in Naveen Jaggi, the president of Retail Advisory Services at JLL. Naveen, great to have you with us. Thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
Do you think that this is going to get to the point where it triggers problems for the mortgage payments of the owners of those properties?
Well, certainly, it looks like there's a lot of retailers that certainly filed for bankruptcy Chapter 11s and Chapter 7s. I think we got to watch closely. If Christmas doesn't have a good holiday season for retail consumers and for retailers, I fear there could be challenges in 21 in terms of rent payments. Absolutely.
So you think Christmas, they have until the end of the year, basically, and the clock is ticking?
I do. The clock is ticking, and if things don't turn around by Christmas, I fear for a second wave of bankruptcies in the early part of 21.
What will you be looking for? I mean, there's no traditional back to school even. I mean, so even taking that into account, they have until then?
Well, I think that the back to school is a two ways looked at it. The back to school for going to school is different than back to school working and schooling from home. So you may see a shift from clothing to tech products, for example, computers and iPads and those kind of things. So our consumer surveys that we've done with our consumers tell us that the spend for this year will likely be comparable to last year. It's just that they're buying differently. So you will see some back-to-school specials and back-to-school sales. The items they're buying are different, which may be some salvation, but not for the soft fabrics and the soft goods sector. I think that sector is the one that we have to watch closely.
It's Karen, let me ask you something. We have so much retail space out there. Are we going to have to see just a big shrink in the amount of retail space to get sort of the supply-demand dynamics in line, not a vaccine?
Yeah, I mean, we're certainly oversupplied on retail space. We have been for about 15 years. We need to lose some of that retail space. We're not overstored, folks. We're under-demolished. That needs to happen in the next 12 months. I think that is something we will see accelerate now that we're in the pandemic. Absolutely.
Under-demolished. That's a new phrase. Naveen, great to have you with us. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Naveen Jaggi of JLL. Karen, you've been in this space before. You have tried to short REITs before. Do you think it could be time to dust off that trade?
You know, I don't. I think that there are only a few left. That the sort of second-tier ones are at or near bankruptcy. We've seen, CBL and WPG, but I wouldn't be short a Simon property. They're the best of the best. I would be sort of concerned about Vornado. They are very, very New York-centric, which is a very tough place to be.